audience. I'm going to start with a quote by Margaret Mead. Never doubt that a group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. In today's society, everyone knows somebody or has a family member that's been affected by HIV or AIDS. For me, I was fortunate enough to be part of a group of individuals, and it was a grassroots bike ride that we started. And we wanted to make a difference. It's been ongoing for 15 years, and the Smart Ride continues to change lives for people in the state of Florida. I'd like everyone to understand why the Smart Ride began, who it benefits, and what its future holds. First, let's look at how the ride began. It began in 2003, and the information that I'm going to be providing to you is through my personal experience, an interview with the founder, Glenn Weinzimmer, a website, and an internet article. In 2002, I was a bicyclist in the Sunshine Ride for AIDS. That was from Fort Lauderdale to Orlando. One of the days we were sitting there after the bike ride, and we were talking about events of the day, and Glenn was sitting there, and he was telling us how only a small portion of the funds that are raised go to these beneficiaries, 5 to 10%. He didn't feel that was good enough. The rest of the money is usually put on for administration and produce the ride. So Glenn said, I can do this and I can make a difference. This was very important then and still is today. So the challenge was born. A 165-mile, 2-day bicycle ride from Miami to Key West. 100% would be given back to the agencies, and producing the ride would be volunteers and donations of services. The call for action was out. Glenn, myself, and 7 others started a ride, and in the first year of 2003, it was called Bike It and Bear It. The BEAR is an acronym for Because Education Achieves Results. That year, we raised $169,000. There were 70 riders on that ride and roughly about 70 volunteers. The ride continues to be successful, and each year, roughly about 300 riders and 200 volunteers. Another reason this ride is so important, and others, is according to the Centers for Disease Control, CDC.gov, 13 to 24-year-olds account for 1 in 5 new HIV diagnoses. This was in 2015. In 2016, Glenn appeared in an article named It Was a Ride or Die for This HIV Activist by Savas Abbasidis, June 17th of 2016. Glenn rode in his first ride for his 50th birthday that year, and his mantra was, "Today is not a good day to die." Now that I've given you some background on how the ride began and continues, who does the ride benefit? The agencies throughout the state of Florida are the beneficiaries. In my telephone interview on 2/22/18 with Glenn, the agencies must apply to be a beneficiary and prove why they should be included in the event. Agencies cannot use the funds for administration and need to be used for direct services. The agency's first year beneficiaries were AIDS Help Inc., Broward House, Florida AIDS Action, Hug Me, Sarasota CAN, and South Beach AIDS Project. According to the website www.thesmartride.org, in 2017, the beneficiaries were Broward House, Children's Diagnostic, Metro Tampa Bay, Pride Lines, AIDS Help Inc., Miracle of Love Inc., and Compass GLCC. The direct services that are provided by these agencies include housing, treatment, counseling, and many other services. As you would guess, the agencies rely a great deal on these funds received from the ride, like this one. So what does the future hold for the Smart Ride? According to my interview with Glenn, there will be a Smart Ride 15 in November of 2018. Since 2003, $9.3 million has been raised. They're looking to raise $1.5 million this year and break the $10 million mark. In 2017 alone, they raised $830,245. The website, www.thesmartride.org, is up and running and continues to have a great deal of information. The website has a vision, and it states, Through the events we produce, we will assemble and sustain a group of thoughtful, committed citizens to build relationships and raise funds to positively affect the lives of people whom the citizens may have never met. And in doing so, they challenge themselves to stretch the limits of what they could do as an individual. In conclusion, my intent was to inform you about the Smart Ride and its successes. The hope is that I was able to help you understand why it was started, who it benefits, and what its future has in store. And never doubt that a thoughtful, committed group of people can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has.